In this video, I have another great selection of new and innovative everyday carry gear and tech for you to see, which I think you're going to like. And as always, I'll put links to everything featured in the description down below. And I'm going to start with this one, the Pocket Tripod Pro V2 credit card sized phone holder from Geometrical. And I backed this on Kickstarter in February of 2025 and it arrived in late June. And I have to say, everything about this product is really impressive. The packaging for a start is really well designed with all the information you need beautifully presented. Even the packaging colour represents the colour of the phone stand inside, showing an extra level of attention to detail, especially when you consider there are 11 options to choose from. And of course, it's worth noting that great packaging means this will also make a great gift. Open up the packaging to reveal your phone stand as well as a range of inserts, which means that this will work with pretty much any thickness of phone, either with or without a case. And you also get a template here to help you decide which size of inserts will work best for your particular phone and case combination. And even this has an extra function reflecting 18% grey on this side, which can help set the manual white balance on your camera. Useful if you know what that means, not important if you don't. And this, I believe, is the fourth iteration of this phone stand, with each one improving on the last. And this one has raised well over $500,000 on Kickstarter. And as you can see, it is genuinely the size of a credit card, making it very easy to carry, weighing just 11 grams. And it is 2.4 millimeters thick, the same thickness as a couple of embossed credit cards. The first thing to do when you get it out of the box is to slide in your chosen inserts, and these have soft TPU contact points to prevent scratches. And you can immediately tell this is a precision piece of engineering by the way these small components interlock. The main material used is a polymer, but it has a carbon fibre internal element to provide the rigidity needed without adding to the weight. To put it to use, simply rotate one half through 180 degrees and then the two sides click up into place, and then you can simply drop in your phone and you can now pick the perfect angle for taking that selfie shot or video, or for simply watching content on the go. And this version is also equipped with a couple of 1/4 inch tripod sockets, so you can easily attach your stand to a tripod mount for even more options. And it doesn't stop there. This stand can easily separate into two halves to provide maximum stability for viewing landscape content, even with the largest phone. This cost me $30 on Kickstarter and is now available for immediate purchase at £40. So not cheap, especially for something this small. However, I measure value in terms of how long an item will last, and this has a lifetime warranty, and how much use I will get out of it. And this ticks that box too, as I will now be adding this to my evolving everyday carry wallet pouch to both grab content and consume content on the go. If you're the sort of person that likes to carry keys or keyring tools securely on your belt, then you're going to like this new titanium belt clip from our friends at Antdesign. It's super light at just 14 grams, and this new version 2 features a lock-in action to ensure it won't detach until you want it to. To unlock, you have a release slider. Slide this up and the keyring holder will pivot open, so the clip can easily be slid onto a belt or perhaps a backpack strap up to 1.5 inches wide and up to 1/2 inch thick. Then it simply clicks back into place and locks securely. And this will also attach to a pocket if needed, with the locking mechanism providing extra grip on the fabric. Not quite as secure when used with a belt, but useful nonetheless. And I found you can use it in other ways too. Here it is, fastening zipper pulls on a backpack to deter an opportunist thief. This is made in Spain, and as we've come to expect from Antdesign, it is engineered with precision and built to last. The price does seem to vary, but at the time of filming it was £32 or $49. Titanium is never cheap. And you can order it with a tritium glow tube like the one I have here, which will cost you an extra £5 or $7. Next up is something new from NexTool, who are well known for their innovation when it comes to practical and affordable multi-tools. This is the Explorer E20 8-in-1 EDC knife, and as we've come to expect from NexTool, we have a few unique features on offer here. And I'm pleased to say that NexTool are the sponsor of this video, so a big thank you to them for supporting the channel. Now, the Explorer E20 has just started funding on Kickstarter, and I'll link to the campaign in the video description below. And what we have here is a fully featured EDC utility knife. Now, the main frame is made from stainless steel for strength and corrosion resistance, and this frame incorporates a few useful extras consisting of a pry bar nail puller, a small Phillips and flathead screwdriver, and also a bottle opener. The knife itself uses the standard utility knife blades, which are readily available pretty much everywhere, and as you would expect, the blade in here is safely locked away when not in use. And to unlock it, you simply push down on this release and move the slider forward, which gives you two blade positions. The first position exposes just the point of the blade, which is perfect for shallow depth control cutting, making it ideal for package opening. And the second position is the full blade extension for more general use. The handle is just over 100mm long, and it provides the perfect amount of grip for applying the right amount of pressure with control, whilst ensuring the fingers are kept well away from the blade. And when you decide to swap blade ends, this can be done quickly and easily by pressing the release when the blade is extended, which allows the blade to be removed and quickly rotated and placed back in the handle. Now, when it comes to replacing the blade completely, this can often slow things right down, but the Explorer has a unique self-loading blade system which allows the blade to be changed in an instant with no tools required, and avoiding the need for any blade handling in the middle of a job, making the blade change much quicker, easier, and also safer. And up to 3 blades can easily be loaded into the magazine style blade cartridge, which is located under this spring loaded hatch on the back of the knife, which makes installing the new blades quick and easy, and again with no tools required. And as we look at the back of the knife, we can see we also have a 70mm ruler edge and also a pocket clip, so you can keep the tool close to hand in the pocket or keep it secure in a tool bag or pouch. The Explorer ships with 3 blades included and has a launch price on Kickstarter of just under $30, which makes this a great tool at a great price. We've raved about the Linus Tech Tips or LTT ratchet screwdriver on the channel before, and now we have a new model, and the difference is clear to see. No, it's not an X-ray, this is a see-through version of the same great screwdriver. And why would you want a transparent screwdriver? Well, for no other reason than it looks cool. Frosty cool, in fact, in this case, as well as just cool. And apparently it's not an easy thing to make. The tooling itself and the material used for the injection molding can easily result in visual flaws and unpleasant artifacts as it cools during manufacture. This one, on the other hand, looks really nice. And when it comes to picking the right type of plastic, you need one that doesn't yellow with age and one that is not brittle, as transparent plastics tend to be. And this one uses a plastic called Triton plastic, which it would seem is even tougher than the plastic used in the, well, more boring looking OG version. Other than that, this is the same great ergonomics with the same precision ratchet mechanism, knurled shaft and pop-out handle, capable of holding rather than hiding, in this case, the 12 included short 1/4 inch bits. and at 90 Canadian dollars, which is about £50 or 70 US dollars, the price is the same as the original. So all in all, when it comes to getting your hands on a great ratchet screwdriver, this is clearly a great option. In the UK, we are seeing a lot of unprecedented hot weather right now, and that combined with a recent trip to Mallorca in 35-degree heat has put the handheld fan on my radar as a potential hot weather EDC item, something I've never really thought about before. And I was drawn to this type here, which I see popping up on Amazon, getting great reviews. This is the iTurbo from DiveBlues. It looks like a mini jet engine with the practical benefit that it doesn't have any exposed blades to catch on fingers or clothing, and it also keeps everything nice and compact. Now this version has a 4000 mAh battery charged via this USB-C port, and we are good is told for up to 12 hours of use on a single charge, presumably at the lowest of the 5 available fan levels. And I found level 1 actually does a pretty good job of keeping me cool, positioned a couple of feet away from me on the desk in this duck-like profile. And when you do get to power level 5, you get an impressive blast of air, complete with the roar in your ears that you get when you turn your head into a strong wind. The fan is pretty compact and can be easily handheld, and there's also a neck cord, meaning that those who are less self-conscious than me can hang this around their neck for hands-free cooling on the go. And I have to say the quality looks and feels really good in this matte finished ABS plastic, which is available in a few colours. And the price is pretty good too for what you get at around £20 or dollars. Press the switch to turn it on and then press it again to step through the different power levels from 1 to 5, and there's a constant LED display to show the fan power level and battery level. All good so far, but when I switch it on you'll begin to see, or should I say hear, the drawback with this type of fan, and that is the noise it makes. The jet engine description takes on a new meaning because it sounds like one, with a loud high-pitched whine which gets louder and more high-pitched as the power is increased. It's more noticeable indoors, but even outdoors with people around you it's impossible to ignore, and at higher settings it can be downright annoying. My wife likened it to the sound of a small drone hovering overhead. And it's a shame because it is a great, compact, affordable and well-made fan, and it does a brilliant job of keeping you cool. But that noise makes it far from ideal if there are other people around you. I did also look at a larger version of the fan also from DiveBlues to compare. And this one is called the JetForce, and as you can see it is quite a bit bigger. The design, as you can see, is a bit different, although the battery capacity is the same as the smaller model and the price is around the same too. And I personally prefer the more compact size and the more rounded shape of the smaller iTurbo. As you'd expect, this one has even more power, and it also delivers a broader spread of air, but it too is very noisy, as you can hear. The frequency is not quite so high pitched as the smaller one, which is a good thing, but it's also quite a bit louder, which is not a good thing. So again, not ideal to use with people around you, especially at those higher power levels. Now, I was going to leave it there, but in my research I came across a different design, also getting great reviews, which I was now keen to compare. And it's this one, the Aecooly, which happens to be quite a bit cheaper too. And this one cost me £14 also on Amazon, and I see it's just $10 in the US. And as you can see, this one is a little more compact and it's a bit lighter too, and it unfolds to reveal a two-bladed exposed fan with softish flexible blades. This one has a 2000 mAh battery, so half the capacity compared to the previous models, but this one has double the quoted runtime at 24 hours, again I assume at the lowest fan level, and there are 3 levels to choose from. This one also charges via USB-C and it works in the same way, but there's no LED display. The overall quality though feels really good with this model too. Now this one is for desk use with the handle folded back, and also for handheld use. No option for hands-free round the neck cooling. So how does it compare? Well, it's not as powerful as the Jet style, but it still does give plenty of cooling even on the lowest setting, and it has a wider spread of air. The Jet style has a more directional, narrow jet of air in comparison. The exposed blades do come to a stop if interfered with, and whilst it's not pleasant to stick your fingers in, even at the highest setting there's no real damage done. Having said that, if you're at risk of getting something caught in the blades, then the Jet style would perhaps be a better option. What does set this one apart though is the noise it makes, or more accurately doesn't make, because this one is much quieter in operation, as you can probably hear. And the sound is also at a much lower pitch, which is much more tolerable in use. This is at the highest setting. And ultimately that makes this one my preferred choice. The price is lower, the airflow is more than sufficient, the design is neater, more compact and lighter, and it will charge more quickly with that smaller battery, but it seems it will last longer. And most importantly, it doesn't sound like a jet engine. Here is an interesting take on a tech pouch from German company Modern Dayfarer, and as you can see it's flat, and that actually makes a lot of sense if you want to put this in your pack alongside your laptop or tablet, where you often find an extra slip pocket. Now it's made from a ballistic nylon, and it has a water repellent coating and YKK AquaGuard zippers. Not what I usually look for in a tech pouch, but I'll take it if it's there. Now what's nice about this is that it unzips fully, and that means you can easily see all the contents in here in these two mesh zip pockets, which are not stretchy but do have a bit of volume, and this slip pocket on the opposite side which is stretchy. We also have a few elasticated loops at the top here. Now I'm going to load this up with my travel tech loadout to see how it copes. So I have some cables and a 3.5mm to Bluetooth dongle and a USB-A anti-juice jacking connector and this 10K power bank and this 65-watt travel charger and this Anker 3-in-1 charging puck, which I'm currently testing and I'll feed back on in a future video. As you can see, everything fits fine in here and is visible and easily accessible. I haven't though put anything bulky in the stretchy pocket opposite these bulky items in the zip pockets. I mean, you could, but then it wouldn't be flat anymore when folded, which to me is the unique selling point with this pouch. So you do need to choose what you put where. And even with the UK 3-pin mains plug, which is pretty bulky, it still closes up, maintaining that flat profile. Overall then, this is for those who appreciate this flat form factor. And if that's you, then this is well made, and it's lightweight too at just 130 grams and well priced at £26 or £35 for this orange X-Pack version. And in the US that equates to $33 and $45, and Dayfarer do ship all over the world. I have here a headlamp, and this ticks just about all the boxes. It's the HT70 from Imalent, who are a quality maker and well known for their powerful flashlights. And this one doesn't disappoint, delivering a maximum turbo light output of 3,500 lumens, one of the brightest on the market, in fact, for a self-contained battery. And it has a quoted range using the FL1 standard of 349 meters. Now there are 5 main light levels here, the lowest of which is 6 lumens for close illumination with a quoted duration of 350 hours, so almost 10 days and nights from the single 21700 5000 milliamp hour replaceable lithium ion battery. And if we look at a practical light level of say 150 lumens, which is more than enough to light the way ahead, that is good for 17 hours on a single charge, so plenty to get you through the night. Then there is a double red light, and that gives good coverage, and we have 3 light levels, and this can be used to preserve your night vision. And there's also a flashing mode, which is useful as a warning light to let people know you are there. Then there is a double auxiliary white light, again giving a good light spread, also with 3 light levels and with a high color rendition or CRI. And this is a softer, warmer, more diffused light, easier on the eye than the main beam, and makes a good interior room light or camp light. And importantly, this light is easy and intuitive to use. We have a 3-position slide-in switch on the top here, and that determines which light is selected, the white, main or red. And we have a side push button here, and that turns it on, and with a press and hold steps through the different light levels with a double press for those extra modes like turbo and flashing red. Now each light memorizes the last used light setting, so you can easily use the slide-in switch to hop through each one at its own memorized setting. The body is made from anodized aluminium, and with the headband weighs in at just under 200 grams. Not what you would call lightweight, but still very manageable. And you do get a top head strap included to spread the weight if needed. And that headband incidentally has a silicone strip on the inside for comfort and grip. You have fast USB-C charging cable included, a strobe function on the main beam, a battery level indicator, a lockout mode to prevent accidental activation, also has a magnetic base and mineral glass lens, and it has an IP66 rating, so it can cope with water jets or, for our purposes, super heavy rain, but not submersion. And the light smoothly pivots up and down almost 180 degrees with a light ratchet action, and it can be removed altogether from the headband to hand carry or attached to a belt or backpack strap using an included belt clip. And if all that wasn't enough, you also get a nice zip case which keeps everything tidy and together. In fact, it's hard to know what more you could want, and that is why this is now my new go-to heavy duty headlight. As for the price, that is pretty good too, coming in at around £70 or dollars. And that's it for this roundup. If you want to see more like this, you might want to check out this video here. If not, thank you as always for watching, and I hope you can join me for the next one.